The tales have mentioned that WorldEdit is one of the most powerful magic in Minecraft. I must learn this magic to become the most powerful builders of the land. I must go on a quest to acquire such knowledge, to weld such a powerful tool. The bar's closed, redesigned. I'm actually not here about the bar. I'd like to learn WorldEdit. Are you sure? Because once you start, there is no going back. I find vanilla building limiting and tedious. Perhaps a cutie like you can teach me your secrets. You're just trying to make me teach you for free. I don't care though, it's working. What do you want to know? I was thinking of creating a mountain, create such things. In vanilla is so tedious. I understand, yeah. So the first thing you'd want to know is grab some sort of tool. You're going to want to type in chat / brush sphere or a flat cylinder, depending on what shape you want. Do a sand,
what is this sorcery?
I
just want to build a mountain.
But don't choose
This must
concrete.
be the work of standoff.
I recommend red
No!
but
Damn
it's
this
not
magic!
Has this ever happened to you? Good mornafterning, everyone. Today I'm talking about a mod called Axiom. It is a mod developed by Mulberry and Soko. This mod aims to be a creation program essentially that you can use to edit Minecraft world. It is a lot like WorldEdit but more user friendly and look a little more like the program GIMP. Oh, and before you ask, here are the most commonly asked questions on their Discord. You can read all of them here. There will be a link in the description below to their Discord in case you have a more in-depth question, in which case create a support thread in their server. So let's talk about how I found it. No, it wasn't on Mock Swamp video. So you may know Claire1593 from the bakery. So she showed a couple of stuff and people were in voice call. So since I just woke up, I decided to join while editing my 7th year anniversary video. It was Axiom and I think it's the coolest thing ever. After I finished the 7th year anniversary video, which isn't that good, but you can check it out, I decided that my first idea for this video will be comparing it to WorldEdit. But now, I think it is a killer combo, while Axiom is bridging the gaps that still remain. The first thing I did was comparing how it would work to make a floating island. And let me just say, creating a floating island in Axiom is a whole lot more easier than in WorldEdit. I first take a chunk of land because, have you ever watched Ninjago Season 6? I'm not gonna spoil it, but you should watch it. Then I customized it around by distorting, melting, flattening, elevating, smoothing, fracturing some stuff, and it looks quite good. My favorite thing about the mod is how effortless you can create mountains and how good biome change tool is. On WorldEdit you have to select an area, change the biome, log out, log back in, and see the change. You just change the biome on this thing, it just changes, just snaps like that. This is just covering the stuff. In the edit mode they also have tinker mode, which basically removes the pain of building with stairs. This is just super awesome. Then I create another floating island, this time with WorldEdit. It is a relatively simple build. I first start with a platform. Then I create some red sand mountain-ish thingy. I then turn it into stone and flip the entire thing upside down. And create some grass layer on top. I create some more terrain to make it look a little better. This is by far not the best floating island you can make with WorldEdit, but this is supposed to be just a demo. One thing I don't like about WorldEdit is that you can't really do vein painting like you can in Axiom. As you can see here, the stone part is just a little bit more random, while in Axiom it's more connected. While making these two builds, I realized that I very much missed the feature of each other. So I decided to cancel the versus idea and see how it would be if it was used together. But before I show y'all that, why don't you hit that like button and subscribe? You can change your mind anytime. So I decided to create a new flat world. Firstly, I made a mountain. It's an okay sized mountain, but it's a lot easier to do an acceptable mountain than I could make with WorldEdit in the same amount of time. I have also created a river and lake. And you can also easily change the blocks pattern of the floor. So I used it on the floor of the riverbeds because why not? Then I decided to make some cool biomes because the biome tool in Axiom are super cool. I created a cherry, forest, jungle, and mountain biomes. I then used WorldEdit for the jungle trees because they had an option for adding the bushes you see down there. The last thing I want to do is to try out the blueprint features. This is like the schematic tool in WorldEdit, but much better integrated and more user-friendly. All you gotta do is make a selection, then copy it, then do a Ctrl P, and it should save as a blueprint. Then you can load it into another world, click on your blueprints and paste it in. I decided to place in the 2 islands in this map to make this last screenshot. Pretty neat. So now, the big question, will I switch to this mod? The answer is no, and the reason why is mainly the current lack of compatibility with servers. I have a home server setup. I use it to make these making countries in Minecraft series, and it's primarily using paper. The plugins I use, with the exception of Geyser and WorldEdit, does not have a fabric version. I know what you're thinking. Will there be a paper plugin in the future? The answer is yes, but not now, and it will be paid for. No! How dare those monsters try to put food on the table! Just starve to death and work like those people! Some people are probably pissed right now, but the main purpose of this is to make money and not starve to death. I may be a free and open source fan.
Join us now and share the software. You'll be free hackers.
But the truth still remains that we live in a society where you need money to pay for basic stuff like food. If you want it for free, then I don't know, start a revolution or something. I don't know how the economy or politics works. But yeah, mostly no for my use case. But if you mainly play in single player or use a fabric server, then I think you'd find this pretty satisfying. But thank you for watching this video. Tell me in the comments down below about your opinions on Axiom, your opinions on WorldEdit, and I'm sorry if I sound a little frustrated in this video. I had to rewrite almost half of my scripts because Nextcloud nodes failed to sync. So yeah, cue the outro.